Hey everybody, it's Brendan from PCTV Reports, and I am here at the Highland Games, and if you're going to come to Scottish Town, you've got to have the right attire. I am here with
Jamie.
And we're here at the Highland Games, is that right?
Yes.
So why are you...
Utah Highland Games.
The Utah Highland Games, that's right. That's an important distinction.
It is.
Now, if you wouldn't mind explaining to the people at home, why is that an important distinction?
Because there's actually multiple games throughout Utah. There's one in Payson that's in August. There's one, I believe, somewhere up by Park City. And then this one's in the state one, so everybody comes to this one.
So you know your games.
I do a little bit, yeah.
So why do you come out here to the Highland Games?
My family is Scottish on both sides, and then it's actually down the street from my house, so we walk over.
Well, you don't have any excuse at that point. If you live a block away from the Highland Games and you're not out here, what are you doing?
Exactly. It's really fun, and I mean, you get to listen to the pipe bands for like all day.
Sure, you can hear them in the background all the time.
You can hear them, and then they actually do have like actual like caber tossing, so they'll toss the giant logs and stuff like that too.
I am here with the largest man I have ever seen in my whole life, and you just won a couple of different competitions today, is that right?
Yeah, we won the Utah Highland Games Strongman Competition.
Now, I was here filming the latter half of that. What were some of the things that you were doing earlier today?
We had to throw a 50-pound stone for distance. We had to press a 150-pound stone for reps. Then we had to then we threw a keg for height. And I threw the keg for height 19 feet. And then we had to lift 2 stones that were 571 pounds each and carry those for distance. And then we had to shoulder the Buchanan stone, which is a 300-pound stone, and the stone kissed me a little bit. I got a little bit of rug burns.
I do see a little burn.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you don't mind my asking, how does one get into the hobby of carrying really heavy things and throwing really heavy things?
So my ancestors were once warriors, and they used to train with stones. And so since I don't really like cubicles and sitting in traffic,
no one does.
Sometimes I have to go into the forest, into the rock quarries, and train stones till I get exhausted. And that's how you train for this stuff.
And you just found a passion for it?
Yeah, I just like lifting heavy stones, brother.
That's amazing. What's your favorite part about the Highland Festival and just events like this?
Getting to wear a kilt.
The kilt is pretty amazing.
It's just a great activity for your family and get outside and experience a different culture with a different heritage. And it's a full day activity and lots of events, and listen to the bagpipes.
That was an incredible feat of strength that I witnessed earlier, and I am utterly humbled.
And I won a battle axe. So
and yes, he got to pick this out because he got first, right? And that means you get the first pick of the awesome weaponry.
And this is in case anybody wants to come talk to me later. So
I can't imagine anybody ever wanting to do that to you, but if they do, they probably deserve that.
Yeah.
Why are you here at the Scottish Games?
Did you know that the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland?
I did not know that.
You did not know that? Well,
No,
now
I did
you
not.
all do. Yay!
I'm here with Phil, and he's got a couple of awesome booths set up, or at least one big booth. Tell me a little about some of the products that you have in here.
Well, we come from quite a ways away, so we bring the whole our whole shop. Our swords range from movie swords, reenacting swords, anime swords, which we try to keep the true Scottish people away from those.
I'm sure they have a lot to say about their proportions.
Yes, they do, sometimes. But we try to smooth it over as best we can. It seems like the good times are had with bigger groups, whether they've been to the whiskey tent or not. People have a great time regardless.
So whiskey or no whiskey, you can find fun down here at the Scottish Highland Games.
If you can't find it here, then you ain't gonna find it.
I'm kind of curious, some of the items that I have here, I'm a little unfamiliar as to what they are exactly. For example, you've got this lovely thing hanging on your front, and I have no idea what that is. Do you mind informing me?
Well, I'll do my best. The sporan here, it's...
Sporan?
The sporan, yes, People term it the man's purse. They were great merchandisers. They would not put pockets on their kilts, so they could sell an extra item. So they were.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, it turns out that way. So I'm not sure if that's what they had in mind, but originally, but that's the way it turns out. Although we're putting pockets on kilts these days, just for comfort and to get those guys that are used to their jeans. You know, these happen to have jean style.
Oh, very
pockets.
good. Yeah.
So whatever it takes, you know, to get somebody into a kilt.
Yeah, I can say it's a little bit more breezy than I was expecting, but you know what? I'm not wholly disappointed with that. We're at the Highland Games. What do you think of it so far?
Oh, it's great, dude. There's nothing better you can do like this on a Friday. Or you can't find anything else more fun and better to do than this right here locally in Utah to do.
He's not wrong. So what's your favorite part?
The food. The food. There's food right out of.
You can't see it. He's got no less than 3 bags of food over here, right next to the tripod. He's not kidding.
Other things to take home to the family, like things for the grandkid, things for the wife, you know, jewelry for the wife. And as
You're a thoughtful guy.
Some right here that I got here, whatever right here from over in the vendors right here from the guys right over here. So
The events that were happening over here a little bit earlier, did you get a chance to watch any of the sports?
yes, I did a little bit, and I hope to see some more, like when they throw the cavers, the telephone poles, and some of those other, like the hammer and some of those other things as they do them over the course of the weekend. I hope to get to see those as well, and whatever, and bring it back even some more family members through the course of the weekend.
If you had to name one more thing to try and convince people to come to experience Scottish culture, Scottish festival, what would it be?
The people and their families and their clans and the information you can learn about what makes each and every clan and family up, who they are and what they're about. And that's what really makes the world go round, is understanding someone else's heritage and who they are.
I don't think anybody could have said it better. As always, we hope you enjoyed. This is Brendan from PCTV Reports. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.